Today, I'm going to be talking about the market and my investments, as well as opening up the new division rival packs and completing exchanges. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the new division rival packs, and they are the exact same as they were last month, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to get into them. We have enough to complete all 5 of these, and then all 20 of the 81 to 97. So we get a team of the year on our first one. France, left wing, please. Center forward. Okay. Not too bad. 91, I believe. 91 rated Benzema. Did we get anybody else? No. Pack number 2. Can we get an ultimate team of the year player? That's what we are hoping for. We don't. We get a regular walkout. It's not going to be anything big. 91 rated. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but we also got Cavani. All we're looking for is like a 95 plus rated player. Hopefully you guys got good players in your packs. We got Brazil, striker, Real Madrid. What promo is this? 89 rated Rodrigo. Pack number 4. Can we get something amazing, EA, please? Something that we could sell on the market, get a decent amount of coins. Could we see Portugal? No. It is going to be England, right back, Rangers, nothing good. Okay. And the final 89 to 97 here, something good. Team of the year. No team of the year. Okay. England, once again, right mid, not going to be anything good. 90 rated. Okay. So that's all for the 89 to 97. Let's now get into the 10 times 81 to 97. Can we see a team of the year walkout? No, we cannot. Italy, I don't think there's going to be anybody good from here. Yeah, Inter, we got 83 rated. That's our max. And instead of doing another batch of those, I'm going to do 10 team of the week players because we can get Messi and even Cristiano Ronaldo, and those two go for a decent amount of coins. So let's get into it, and if we get Foden, I'd try him out as well. We do get a walkout. Can it be Portugal or Argentina? No, it's not. It is going to be, I thought for a second it could be Foden, but it's not. It's going to be 89 rated Ben White. Well, that is all for the division rival packs. We'll now quickly hop into an exchange, and then we'll get into the markets. So they have added a couple new exchanges, like the 90 to 97, untradeable though, so I'm not going to do it. They had the Mascherano here and a couple others, but the one I'm going to do, and I'm going to only do one of them because it's not really worth the coins, is a 93 to 97 Centurions. I just want to see if I could get Sergio Ramos or Neymar. So we're looking for Spain. We're looking for Brazil. Could we get one of the two? And we do not. That might be the worst one. I'm not exactly sure. 93 rated. 93 rated Falcao. Okay. Well, that's going to be all for the packs, but let's now get into the market. Now, overall, the market is doing fairly well. We saw a bit of a dip yesterday when the new division rival rewards came out. Everybody opened up the packs. They were selling their players. We did see the team of the year players take a bit of a hit once again, but they rebounded very quickly. I believe Bellingham went all the way down to like maybe the high 90s, about 100 million. Now he's right back up to 110. Once again, we saw Mbappe go down to about 160 million, 155. Now he's back up to about 175. And probably the most obvious buy, in my opinion, was Ruben Diaz. He went back down to the low 70s. He's now back up to the low 80s. He will likely go back up to 90. And that's actually what I did the last time this happened. And I did make some coins from it. So I'll pop up a screenshot really quickly. I just want to let you guys know that I did sell off my investments before the weekly reset. I sold them off on Tuesday, I believe, or Wednesday morning. I was able to get 89 million for Ruben Diaz and 150 million for Eusebio. Now, Eusebio might have been an early sell. I thought he would get packed maybe a little bit more at reset. But if we go over here, Eusebio is currently 148, and I would not be surprised if we see him go to 160, maybe 170 over the next couple days, especially if we don't get any 90 to 97 rated exchanges. He could just keep going further and further, and a lot of these guys could keep doing that. Hullet, I mean, we've seen Hullet go from 300 million all the way up to 386. He's probably going to end up being a 400 million coin plus player, which is insane. Carlos Alberto keeps going up. R9 keeps going up. All these guys are going up a ton in value, and I think it's just going to keep going the longer we go without getting new supply of these cards. So that is great to see. If you're holding on to those, you might want to hold on to them a little bit longer until we see a reason for us to sell them, which would be something that would give them a lot of supply. But as I said, I did sell off my Team of the Year players and Team of the Year icons, and I rolled them into Team 1 of Centurions, knowing that they would be now out of packs and would likely go up in value over the next couple days because they're getting packed less. So same demand or increased demand with lower supply means the price will go up. So I'll show you guys who I bought here in a second. But first, we have to talk about Team 2 of Centurions, which we will likely have a similar scenario next week when they get rotated out of packs to invest in some of the best players. So the two 97s we got were Modric and Ter Stegen. The 96s were De Vrij and Benzema. And then the two best 95s, in my opinion, are Rashford and Thuram. Now, Thuram has crazy stats. I think he's actually going to be a decent card in game. The only downside of him is his weak foot, but at his height and his ability, he might be a great budget buy for most people. Marcus Rashford looks great. Crazy pace with good shooting, dribbling, and decent physical. I think he'll be good as well in game. But probably the best or the most interesting players that have come from week 2 is 97 rated Zizou. This card, now of course the stats never look crazy, but we know Zizou plays incredible in game, and those stats are wild. Great passing, great dribbling, great shooting. For someone who's 6'1", 5'5", has all these traits, is medium, and I mean, if you have him at center attacking mid, in a central center attacking mid position, he's going to be your Rolls Royce in the game. He might run games. I have not tried him out. I will likely try to pick him up, especially considering he's only going for 162 million. Of course, he will keep going up in value. I think he could end up reaching like a 200-300 million coin price mark, so keep that in mind. But he is a very exciting player to keep an eye out for and to hopefully try out here in the future. The other one is Luis Figo. We have not got many good cards of him in game, but this one looks good. All 90 plus rated stats from pace to dribbling. The physical is alright, but overall, decent looking card in game. He might be someone to look into, and once again, he does have a ton of demand. But with all that being said, for Team 2, I think the 297s are a bit underwhelming, just because they aren't going to be very meta in game, at least I don't think so. The 96s as well are the same boat. They're not going to be as meta. 95s are very exciting. I think they're going to be two good players in game. And then the two icons are incredible. Once again, though, if you want to get any of these players at their best price, wait until 24 hours before they are cycled out of packs next week at reset. That is when they're going to be the cheapest. And that is when I bought all of these players from week 1. I actually bought a little bit early. I bought roughly Tuesday night. So about 24 hours before. If I waited another 12 hours and bought Wednesday morning, I would have got them even cheaper. But I bought 5 Jamie Vardys at 22 million. I was hoping he maybe would go a little bit further, simply because his card looks very good. But looking at it now, he might not have been the best buy, to be honest. If we go over here, Jamie Vardy is currently 23 million. I think he'll get up to about 24, 25. But I could have put these coins into a better player or better players. So that is fine though, I don't mind it. I'll make maybe a couple million coins from those 5. I also bought a Neymar just because I knew he is a fan favorite player. Plus, he's going to be the highest rated version of him probably until team of the season. So 97 rated, bought him for 167, and he is currently going for about 195, I believe. So iffy. I would say I could sell him for about 195. I think he's going higher than 200. I believe I'm going to make at least 20 to 30 million coins off him, so I'm going to hold him for another day or two, but this was a great play. And then, of course, I also bought the other 97, which was Sergio Ramos, for 147. He went down all the way to 140 the morning or Wednesday morning, so that would have been a great time to buy him, but he is all the way up at 175. I think he's going to 200 plus million, simply based on the fact that he's a good player in game, so another maybe 20, 30 million coins from that player alone. And my final pickup was Zambrotta, and I really wish, this is a player that I wish I would have spent my Jamie Vardy coins on, because I knew he was going to be good. He's a good player, good stats, high rated icon, and because the icons weren't packed as much, they already had less supply. I in my gut, I told myself he was going to be a good buy, but I didn't listen to it. So 87 million, and he is already up to 115 million, sorry. I think he's going 120, 130, could even be 140 million. And because of that, I'm going to make tons of coins. So between all of these investments, I'm likely going to make over 100 million coins. I probably could have made more if I spent them on different players or in better areas. But overall, I'm pretty happy with those investments. The only one that might flop a bit is Jamie Vardy. Now, another great investment that could have happened during that time was picking up the Team of the Year players last night. But of course, all my coins were tied up in these guys here, so I didn't have that opportunity, but hopefully you guys did. Hopefully you picked up Ruben Diaz at about 72 million, 75, and are going to sell him at 90. Hopefully you got an Mbappe at 155, 160, and are going to sell them at 180, 190. And I hope you guys have bought Team of the Year icons and have been holding on to them because they are going up a ton in value, especially if you have someone like Hullet, if you have Van der Sar, R9, stuff like that. But with that, here's a very quick summary of what I think is going to happen here in the next couple days. I think Team of the Year icons are going to keep going up in value and just keep creeping up every single day, maybe 10, 15 million for some of the high-end players, 5 to 10 for some of the lower-end players like Eusebio, and I think that's going to keep happening until we get something that gives more supply of these players. As for Team of the Year, I think the same thing is going to happen. Did not mean to click in. I think they're going to keep creeping up in value over time. They have had more supply, so it will take longer, but I do think they're going to keep going higher and higher and higher. I do think Team 1 of Centurions will keep going higher and higher, and of course, Team 2 of Centurions will keep going lower over time until we get to next Tuesday, Wednesday, right before reset. That is when it's going to be a great time to buy them. And then at reset, when Team 3 comes out, they will go up in value just like Team 1. So I think this is going to be a very simple cycle. We've had this many times in the past, and those times were great times to make coins. We have the same time now. So now is a great opportunity to make tons of coins, upgrade your team. Make sure to take advantage of it because it is really easy coins. The only other thing I want to talk about before ending off the video today is going to be the road to the final players, and we'll go over here. Here are the road to the final players. We have had one of the best rounds of the UEFA Champions League we've had in such a long time. The games were insane. Of course, Atleti won, so the Atleti players did go up in price, but are now coming back down as people don't want to wait for an upgrade or bet on the second leg. So we're going to see a lot of price movement happening the day of their games, but in between and leading up to games, there's not going to be much going on. Akanji had a ton of volatility during the game because for part of it, Man City was up, then they were down, so he was at max buy orders and max sell orders, and he was all over the place, but in the end, he's back down to 25 million. If Man City win, he'll of course go up in value in their second leg, but if not, he's just going to end up going down in value even further. And that's the case for all the players. Players that move on will go up in value, players that do not move on will not. Rodrigo was another example, decent game that he played. He was moving from 70 million all the way up to 80 million plus and back and forth, but of course we all know Man City, Real Madrid tied, so nothing happened there. And the other tie was between Arsenal and Bayern, so nothing happened there. On the other hand though, with the other two games, Atleti won and Barcelona won, so they have a better bet going into leg 2, but you never know what happens. We'll have to see when we get there, but as for now, I wouldn't bother touching these players until next week, since the games next week will be deciding who gets the +1 upgrade. But with that being said, that is all for today. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope it helped you out. If it did, please drop a like. If you are new, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Peace.